So change management is a big thing that's talked about in organizational development. And I love this definition of the way of talking about the difference between change and transformation. Change fixes the past. Like you don't like the color of the house, you repaint it, right? You change it. You don't like the color of your hair, you don't like your hairstyle, you don't like your job, right? You change it. Change fixes the past. Transformation creates the future. Another thing that I've heard say about change is that change you can revert, right? You can always re-dye your hair, you can let it grow, you can cut it again, you can repaint your house, you can get another job, you can go back to your old job if they'll have you, right? You can go back to your old lover if your lover will have you, you can revert. Transformation, not so much. It's all or nothing. Transformation, there's no going back, right? The butterfly can't go back into the cocoon and will never again be a caterpillar, ever. The caterpillar can change its spots, it can live on a different leaf, it can move to a different branch. There's lots of change it can do, but once it's a butterfly, it can't ever go back. And so I think this is probably the thing that scares us the most about transformation and the reason why we so subtly and in so many ways resist. Because, yeah, aren't we comfortable with what we know? What do they say? You know, the devil you know is better than the devil that you don't. And that unknown, what is it going to look like? How am I going to get there? I'm not sure I have it all figured out. Sometimes that unknown is the very thing that we focus on, that we buy into, that then becomes the resistance and the unwillingness to be pulled by the vision. I love this quote. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. Doing nothing, being stuck, staying where we are. Right, that's true. That's true in our issues about racism. It's true about our environmental issues. It's true about all the issues that we have with otherness and discrimination and hate. It's not that hate is the opposite of love. It's that it's challenging to care enough to do something about it. To actually not just change our own idea or our own mind, but to transform the way that we show up in the world. Part of this, I think that for me, is I would add the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. I would add it's also our obsession with comfort and convenience. Can I tell you that transformation is utterly inconvenient? And anybody who's been through it, you can probably ask the butterfly that being in that cocoon is pretty uncomfortable. And what do they say? The entire body of the caterpillar liquefies, and then the head pops off. Boop. And only then is it ready to rebuild itself into something entirely different, a butterfly, something entirely different than it was before. So when we're talking about being pulled by a vision, we're talking about becoming who we are meant to be. Becoming who we are meant to be, not just changing the outside, but transforming ourselves into who we came here to be, who we think we are here to show up as. It's not about necessarily manifesting good or success per se, although of course we know that the more authentically we are ourselves, the more fully we can engage in our lives and the more freely life gives back to us. But becoming who we are meant to be is transforming the value of our life and the value of the things that pull us forward, like things like fulfillment, being fulfilled as who I came here to be, contributing the gift that is my gift to give in this particular season of my life, for you to contribute your gift in the particular way that you do it. And whether you give it to one person or 100,000 people, it's to be all that you came here to be.